really building a meal plan that is going to be really balanced. And it has changed from when we used to do, plan a plate sort of thing. Things have moved forward depending on how much weight you want to lose, or whether you just want to keep healthy. Those are the objectives you have to keep in mind. So here is my top 5 tips, which will come onto the screen very shortly. As you all know about my background, I won't go through all of that because both of you know me well. Shanaz has been with us for years now because she's been very healthy, very clean eating. She's been on my programs. And Shanaz has lost a lot of weight. And then she had some health issues, right, Shanaz? And then Shanaz has come back to lose the weight. So she's been with us on her journey. We've been with her. So it's been really good. Okay, let's get started. I will do this, and then we will look at your individual, your lunches to see what you're eating. So the first, most important thing, stop dieting. I know it sounds really crazy, but literally dieting actually makes you gain weight. It's a very, very interesting point. But the more you diet, it means you're eating way less. Most people end up either eating really, really less than they required calories, or they actually eat all the wrong foods because they start binging. So stop dieting is the first most important tip. Start eating clean and healthy. So what many people do is they diet and they go on a crash diet and have 400, 500 calories a day, and then they go completely crazy, and then they want to have crisps and biryani and all sorts of mad things. So the trick is to just eat clean on a daily basis. That should be the actual objective. Stop eating salads. Girls, how many people do we know? Rhinos, okay, not people, but rhinos, elephants, they all eat grass, but they're all fat. Think about it. Honestly speaking, just eating salads will not help you to lose weight. You need a balance of protein, fats, carbs, and then your vegetables and fruits are actually the complex carbs. So I'll show you how to build a plate very shortly, and then we'll have a look at your plates as well. Stop counting calories. So many of the people who come onto my program actually ask me, oh my God, I didn't have my 1,200 or 2,000 calories today. How am I going to do this? Or they end up eating way, way, way less. Stop focusing on the calories and the macronutrients. What you need to do literally is tune into your body and work out how much food do you need. Do you need 3 meals? Do you need 2 meals a day? Do you need 2 meals and snacks a day? You have to experiment. I mean, when Shanaz and the others came to me, it was a matter of working out their lifestyle and understanding how many times in a day do they want to eat and how many snacks do they feel like having. Some people don't snack at all because they're working all day. Some people snack because they're working all day. So it's about understanding the lifestyle. However, stop counting calories because that does not help your progress at all. You get really stressed out. You get bogged down by counting calories and thinking, oh my God, this is only 50 calories. If you look at a chocolate bar, that's like 150 calories. And then you look at a salad that is, for instance, maybe a cucumber or an apple or, a fruit salad. If you have a little bit of that versus a candy bar, they're both approximately 150 calories. But what will give you less of a sugar spike? You have to ask yourself that. If you eat foods that give you a big sugar spike, what happens is your energy levels will go up, but then immediately an hour later they'll dip. And that's why you need yet another snack to boost you. Then it comes down. Then you need another cup of strong black or sweet coffee, and then your sugar spikes up again. So that is something you've got to avoid. You've got to have your sugar levels at a nice, healthy pace throughout the day. Then you don't start getting cravings and don't get hungry. Okay? Stop eating processed foods from packets because they have a lot of sugar, a lot of salt, excuse me, and a lot of preservatives and additives that actually make your blood sugar levels spike and go crazy. And that's when your insulin levels go crazy as well. So it's a matter of bringing it all together, but first you have to clean up your act. Completely clean away all the junk food you may have at home and at the office, and then bring together all the healthy components. Yeah. Now for the do, the most important do. Whenever you're having a meal, plan it. Okay, think about it. What is my fat going to be? Start with good fats, 25% of your entire plate. So you divide it into 4 parts. It says 3 here, but it's going to be quarter, quarter, and half. Okay, so what you need to do is 25% of your plate, which is a quarter, should be good fats. 25% should be veggies. The rest of the 50% lean protein. And this could mean anything from a piece of salmon, chicken, red meat, ideally avoided, but once or twice a week if you're having keema or, like a burger, that's absolutely fine. However, it should be lean, okay? So not fatty, not full of horrible sort of, fat that's dripping, which is what they say on keto, that you should fry your foods, you should actually have lots of red meat, which is high in fat, all of that. But that's not what I would suggest at all. So that is the basics. My lunch here today, I will show you. As you will see, this is what I've had today. So the avocado with, in the center, I've got olive paste, olive tapenade with sun-dried tomatoes, some lemon juice, and some black pepper and salt. And then I've got my veggie, which is half the plate. Well, it looks like half the plate because it's just baby spinach all fluffed up. And then I've got some probiotics, which is the pickled vegetables, as you will see, bottom left-hand corner. And then I've got about 200 grams of lean protein. In this case, it's smoked salmon. Yeah. So now, if you have any questions, we can answer them, and we can go ahead and look at your plates now. Who wants to go first? Hi.
Ahlaam,
Yes.
I'm fasting today, so I didn't bring my lunch, but
Okay.
I'm happy to tell you what I have at iftar.
Okay. Tell me. Yes, that's a good idea.
So obviously I break with one date. I have some barley soup
Okay.
with veggies and a little chicken, and
Okay. Sorry, your voice has
and
disappeared.
then I usually have and then I usually have half of my plate. Actually, a quarter of my plate has got like some rice, a quarter of a plate with some protein, and then I usually have some vegetables or salad.
Okay.
And
All
what
right.
I've
So
done,
that's
sorry, you see the size of I can't. I mean I'm not using the normal size plate. I'm using a quarter plate. Now I've
okay.
actually reduced the size because what I'm having problems with is portion size.
Right. Okay. So what do you? That's iftar, and then what's dinner?
No, that's actually like my iftar and dinner, and then usually at late night, if I'm fasting the next day, I
Yeah.
will have some fruits.
Is that suhoor?
Yes.
Okay. So number one, you're eating way, way under your weight, what your weight requires.
Okay.
So, okay, backtrack a little. We need to work out, or you need to work out, what is your BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate,
Okay.
which is resting, the amount of calories that your body needs while you're resting. If you didn't do any work today and just slept all day, what is the basal metabolic rate? Okay, so yours, depending on what the weight is, it could be anything between 1200 to 2000. And if you're exercising, then that goes up. So you need to eat minimum 12 to 1500 calories is my guess. You can message me on WhatsApp just now what is your weight, and I can tell you roughly what is the number of calories you need to eat in a day. However, that is just for the initial idea of how much food you need, but still stick to my advice of no calorie, don't count calories.
Sure.
Okay, but initially you just need to know how much is this food that I need to eat throughout the day, how much is each meal. So what you've told me, you need to eat 3 meals, 3 times that much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But spread out, obviously.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So less on the, even lower on the carbs and higher on the protein and fats. Where are your fats in this?
I mean, sometimes I'm having, like yesterday I had some like cashew lebna.
Yeah, good.
With za'atar.
Did you make it yourself?
I did.
Good girl. Well done.
I did.
Excellent. Yeah, that's good. That's brilliant.
So that's an example. Or sometimes I'll have like guacamole.
Perfect. Okay. So every meal needs to contain the fats, good fats.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. So every meal needs to contain the good fats.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Even if it's just 2 tablespoons of guacamole or 2 tablespoons of the labne or whatever, fat is important.
Got it.
Okay. Right, Shanaz, can we see your meal plan or your meal, what it looks like today?
Mute and
sorry, I can't see.
Even I can't see my screen as well.
Okay, hold on. Anna, we need your help here.
Yes. 1 second.
We need to see.
Yes. So now we have Shanaz spotlighted.
Okay, great. Hi, Shanaz.
Now, hello.
Okay.
Now, this is wrong. Okay. Sorry.
That's okay. Nice view.
Oh. Okay, now this is okay. So, yeah. This is my palak salad.
Okay.
Some also beans which I put it in.
Okay,
and,
good.
2 kebabs. Sorry, how is going to work on new? Okay, and this is my grilled boti roll.
Okay.
And there's a leftover this one chicken which I already put it in my boti roll.
And what is your chapati made from, your roll?
This is multi-grain which I mix with some mixed atta, and the chana atta, and they, when you go to any supermarket like Adil or Bharat, if we tell them that we need mixed atta, so they put soya bean or some mixed atta. So this chapati is made of mixed atta.
Okay.
So this is kind of meat. What is kebab and chicken is total amount of meat is 300 grams.
Excellent.
And salad which I showed you, this is 2 cups of salad. And this is same what I'm eating for lunch. I will try to go for the same kind of meal for the dinner as well, which is I'm taking around 6 or 6:15 in the evening.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so where is the fat?
Kebab is a fat. It's a keema, right?
Yes, but is it lean or is it with fat?
Is it? I think it's a little bit fat.
Okay.
When you go to
generally, very good. So generally, that's also okay. However, you need some good fats like guacamole or some nuts, or like I mentioned to you, almond butter, etc. That's really, really good for you. Yeah. Or coconut, if you can cook the kebabs in coconut oil.
Yes, it's a
great.
Coconut oil.
So proud of you, Shanaz. You've done really well. You've learned well. Good girl. I like to hear that. Okay, good. So it all looks very good. I'm just not too sure about the chapati at this stage. I need to understand what else, what other flours are in it, yeah? Which you can
Okay.
then text me. You can text me what's in the flour so that I can tell you which ones to avoid.
Okay.
What happened
So
to bajra roti, which I had told you, the millet?
yes, sometimes I eat that. Today I need to make a roll, so I put the
Okay.
chapati in. Otherwise, bajra or red rice atta or some other atta, moong roti is
Very good.
okay, what I'm
Excellent. So
taking.
that's good. Beautiful. So, okay. So try and keep the lunch and the dinner varied. Try not to eat the same food.
Okay.
Okay. So if you're having kebabs, then have fish at night. Or if you're having chicken in the afternoon, then have kebabs at night. So just mix it up a little. Okay. I think I've lost you, Shanaz. You're there somewhere?
I'm here. I'm asking if this size of platter is enough for lunch and dinner. If
Yes.
I put the variety in.
Yes. So this is only for lunch. And
Huh.
then again for dinner, the same amount you need to eat. Yeah. This can't be enough for lunch and dinner.
No.
Oh,
Same
good.
amount of
Yes.
it.
Perfect. Yes. This is good. You need enough food to get you going. Otherwise, your metabolism shuts down. Maha, I think you also kind of need to hear this, that if you eat too little for your body, then your metabolism shuts down. And Shanaz has experienced this. She used to eat
Yeah.
very little, and then she started eating the right amounts. Not too little, not too much, portion control. But portion control does not mean you eat crazily under your calories. It means you eat the right amount, right?
Yeah.
So,
And one more question I need to ask you. What is clean food?
Clean food is anything that is not processed. It's not out of a packet. It is not processed. It is wholesome. So it's whole food that you are making. For instance, the chapati you are making, kebabs you are making. If you buy the frozen kebabs that people actually try and make from
Ach.
Islami and Saudi and all that, that's all processed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So what you're eating is very clean. Like that. But then you've learned well over the years.
Okay.
a
What are the
question,
questions? Yeah.
Ahlaam, a question. So, say for example, like like if we look at your dish, after that we feel that we're still hungry. So
Okay,
then,
good question.
yeah, what would you recommend?
Okay, so in which case, number one, if you're having enough fat, good fat, you will not feel hungry. Your hunger and your sweet cravings get addressed by the amount of fat that you have in your meal.
Okay.
However, if after this you actually feel hungry, then what you need to have is a small handful of nuts or 1 teaspoon of almond butter or 1 teaspoon of cashew labneh or peanut butter, anything with a high fat content. And that way, immediately your sugar cravings will go away. Yeah?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. So,
I have a, sorry. Yeah.
yeah, tell me.
I have one question. What is cashew lebanon? I just heard. What is this?
Cashew labneh. You know the labneh balls that I make in the jar?
Okay.
Okay, do you remember we made cashew cheese?
Cashew?
Cheese.
Uh-huh.
So you let the cashew cream ferment,
Uh-huh.
okay? Then make little balls out of it,
Mm-hmm.
roll them in za'atar,
Mm-hmm.
put them in a jar,
Mm-hmm.
and pour some olive oil on it. And that is your cashew labneh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bit like cheese, but it's not as fermented.
So
And
what
it's
size the balls should be? How much grams should be?
Approximately
That
50 grams.
Okay. Understand. Okay.
You'll enjoy them. We love them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, Maha. What other questions do we have?
I guess I think the other thing is my question is about water. You know, what is the
Yes.
ideal amount? Because, you know, there's so much research out there. 3 liters, no, 3 liters is too much. No, 2 liters, no.
Okay.
You know?
You have to work it out according to your body weight. Okay. And I think roughly it's an ounce per pound of body weight. But I will check that for you. But I think roughly 3 liters is the minimum you should be having, especially if, you know, with this weather. Do you exercise, Maha?
Yes, I do. 4 times a week.
Sorry, 4 times a week?
Yeah.
Okay. So on the days that you're actually exercising, ideally you should be having an extra liter because we burn off and sweat and lose a lot of water that way. The trick is the more water you drink, the more weight you will lose. I know that there's a lot of controversy about having too much water, but honestly speaking, we can never have enough water. Because the more water you drink, the more you're flushing your fats.
Right.
And Shanaz has tried this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So literally you're flushing the toxins and the fats out of your body. The days you exercise, add on an extra liter, but otherwise 3 liters is very, very good. And that includes herbal tea.
Oh, includes herbal tea. Okay.
But it does not include regular coffee and tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What else? By the way, Shanaz does 10,000 steps a day. So she's doing really well with exercise as well. So exercise is a very critical part, obviously. But if you start with the right composition in your plate, building the meal right, then you actually won half the battle.
One thing I need to ask you about water.
Yes.
The filter water is okay or water bottle is fine? I mean, which one you suggest me we can go for?
Well, if you're out and about, then you need to take a water bottle with you at all times, right?
Yes.
So in which case, just filtered water is amazing because what you can do is just put slices of lemon, mint, etc., and off you go. Keep the bottle with you. So filtered water is absolutely fine as long as you keep changing the filter regularly.
Oh yes, of course, of course. And other things is that if we need some craving, mitaka, sweets ki. So what
Have some
sweets?
fat instead. You don't need sweets. You actually, the reason you're craving sweets is because your body is kind of craving just something. So if you have sweet, what's going to happen is you're going to get a sugar spike and then down and up and down. Instead, when you have a sugar spike, sugar craving, have a teaspoon of peanut butter or almond butter.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or 1 teaspoon of the cashew labneh.
Mm-hmm.
But Ahlaam, so sometimes obviously, you know, we are out and we do, you know, see.
I lost
Actually, you know, because a lot of desserts are made with cashews. I said sometimes when you go to a restaurant, you know, you do see like the, you know, the vegan cheesecake or, you know, a vegan, you know, like chocolate mousse or whatever. And a lot of them are made with, you know, nuts or coconut, which is again the good fat. Is that okay?
That's generally okay as long as it's not full of sugar because they put a lot of refined sugar in there. If it's with dates, yes, have a few bites and that's it. But obviously, nobody needs a big piece of cheesecake, you know, with the crust and everything. Literally, all you need is a couple of spoonfuls. So if you do feel like a dessert, yes, choose the healthier option, which is the cashew cream, gluten-free, you know, and ideally refined sugar-free. Yeah. So ask them what sugar they've used. If they've used dates, it's fine. If they've used erythritol, that's fine. But you know, when they use white sugar, brown sugar, cane sugar, all of that is a little heavy on the system.
Right.
So if you want your body to really, really let go of all the fat, two things you need to remove: carbs and sugars. So yes, does that answer your question?
Yeah. Okay. So, but that actually brings me to a point. So the carbs part. So obviously rice is refined carbs.
Yes.
So how much rice should one have or not have?
Ideally, don't have it. Okay, but if you really are craving some carbs, then have some brown rice.
Okay.
Yeah, brown rice, wild rice. And then there is the purple forbidden rice, which is the Thai rice, berry rice.
Yeah. That's good. Okay.
So yeah, those are the ones to stick for. And then, yeah, I mean, white rice is probably the worst you can have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, perfect.
Because they actually make, again, insulin levels go completely crazy because the sugars from the rice will boost your sugar levels, and then it just goes completely crazy. Then you crave more food and you crave more. I mean, do an experiment and see. When you actually cut out carbs and sugars and up your fat and protein, you'll actually feel less hungry.
Yeah. Okay.
But that does not mean you eat less. It means you still eat the calories that your body needs, which was your BMI.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah, got it.
Excellent. No worries. What else? Shanaz, any more questions?
Not yet. Nine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Excellent.
okay.
Last week we move on to a question we had last week. How do you deal with if somebody's on a weight loss program and they have reached a plateau? So it's a matter of shaking up your system. Your body gets too used to one way of eating. That's why I was saying, Shanaz, that you change your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Do not repeat your lunch and dinner. Yeah, have different things. So that's one thing. And then experiment with, I mean, if it's plateauing, what's happened is either the exercise you're doing is too similar and too routine every single day. That can be changed. Check the amount of water you're having and check that you're not having the same foods daily. Ideally, your foods should be rotated in 3-day rotation. So every 3 days, so you have, for instance, chicken one day, rice chicken, and then fish, and then kebabs. And then rotate it round 3 days later so that you're not repeating your ingredients too often. Otherwise, your body gets used to it. So keep shaking it up. So 1 week could be, maybe 1,200 calories. And in between, you do 1 day that is 1,500 calories. And then you go back to 1,200 calories. So you have to keep shaking up the body and shocking it. So I hope that answers the question. Whose question was it last time, Anna? Do you remember?
It was Melanie's question.
Melanie's question. Okay, so maybe we can email her the answer as well. I will formulate that answer for her.
Great, perfect.
Yeah, excellent. So are we going to do this next week? Maha, will you be fasting next week?
No, I won't actually.
So maybe we can do this lunch a little earlier, so maybe midday, and everybody brings their lunch again. And now we have more time to market it.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, Shanaz?
All right, dear.
Awesome.
I'm fine.
Thank
Great.
you.
And if you have
Thank
any
you.
questions, Shanaz, just message me, yeah?
I will.
But this week I want to see those 2 kilos.
Inshallah.
Yeah?
Inshallah.
Excellent. Well done.